John Berry of Kenilworth. First, great format. When this thing is all over, if, you should consider continuing this way. It works for me. I have one general comment, actually an appreciation, and a couple of accountant questions at the end. Now, I've been coming to these meetings mostly for about 15 years now. And it's pretty much been irritating, but I never felt intimidated or that you were going to get back at me in some way. Maybe that's wrong, but I never felt it. There were instances like, Caroselli cursing me out after a meeting, and, he was getting lifetime health benefits, and there was that guy from Hillside, I blank at his name, Charlotte's boy, who, threatened me physically at one of the music fests, and made a lewd remark to Tina Renna within my hearing, but it never got to the point where I felt threatened for my safety. I mean, there were also smirks and snide remarks, but basically juvenile stuff that wasn't really serious. And I don't recall ever being prevented from speaking. I mean, maybe I was, but I can't remember. One time it was done was to Bruce Patterson by Sullivan, about his family and stuff, and the ACLU came in, and it was a token apology, and it was over. I don't remember anything after that. Everybody had free speech in Union County. But after 3 meetings in Kenilworth, which gets no coverage, it's in a bubble. When I was trying to find out why campaign donors were getting $1 million fees and doing work for developers that taxpayers were paying for, I was first slandered and then shut down. And if we have time, I'll put it at the end of this. Now, I sent a mailer to all Kenilworth households about what I found initially looking through the budgets and campaign donors and all that. And among the responses came to this office here. Can't see that. I'll kill you, faggot. Don't want it. I'll keep them. It's got handwriting and a postmark. Maybe someday we'll have a home kit that can do something with that. But anyway, I won't get into details of that. Let's just say I've installed a security camera at the house, and got another protection. I don't want to say what stage I'm at for that. Now I realize that what I say here has little impact beyond you knowing someone is watching. Just very much do what you're told, but when there are legitimate questions, you do try to answer them. I remember when I started coming, it was years ago, it was a year or two when no questions were answered. I mean, you could say them and all, but move on, comments, time only, and these things are instructional and they're a relief. For example, I spoke about that stupid solar panel thing, where the bonds eventually did default, and now the UCIA has come up with projects, maybe a Kenilworth public safety building, to pay them off. But the point is that the project went ahead, but my disapproval was on the record, which it would not have been if you'd, after the first minute said, I'm tired of hearing this BS, which you might see at the end of this meeting if I have time, of this video. I'm still paying for it, but I know I did all I could. Now, that's not happening in Kenilworth, and for all the tolerance you show here, it buttresses arguments of far-right groups that government is a cesspool of corruption where the little people have no voice. Now to my questions. I looked into accountants doing county budgets in 2021 and what they made in campaign donations, and the first place I looked was Suppley Clooney. I don't know if you can see that, that's a listing. Top guy is Bauman and Company. They have 4 counties and 1.2 million. But what I noticed was Suppley Clooney aren't the accountants anymore. It started in 2021. They were accountants for 20 years. Now it's difficult to see if it's linked, like campaign donations, to people doing the work. So I'll do it eventually. I'll try to work through this out. There's a lot of them, 8,600 donations by accountants of all stripes. But it would help if you answer these questions. Are accountants doing municipal work either barred or limited in making campaign donations to those who hired or hire them to do that work? I think this might be the case with Suppley, Clooney, which were at the low end of total donations. It was like 30,000 altogether. They didn't donate to the county. I mean, they did in 2006. The rules may have been different. But since then, I couldn't find any donations. So I think there might be a prohibition about that. And following up on that, why was Suppley Clooney replaced? Or was that the reason there? All right. Thank you for your time.